and this door is lower than that one. So I know the first thing I can do is take that and move it over to the left. It's the first thing I'm gonna do. And I look at that gap, and it looks pretty even along there. So if I just move it just a little bit, that's all I have to do for this one. Okay. Got our bike helmets in here. Okay, so I'm just gonna tighten. These are pretty slick too. They're from Lumos, L-U-M-O-S, and the actual bike helmet has a design in the back, so at night this will light up, these will flash, does all kinds of stuff. Of course, you have to have it plugged in and all that kind of good stuff. Okay, so I'm going to adjust that just a hair more towards me. I'm going to tighten that just a smidge. Those two look closer now down here. I just keep getting you back and forth up here. I see the gap is the same up there. I've raised this door, didn't I? Remember it was lower? I raised it just a hair higher because now I'm going to take this door, move it over that way just a smidge. That's going to make this gap a little bit smaller. It's going to raise this edge of the door up because I'm pushing the door over, so it's going to take the whole thing and lift it up. You follow me? It's going to slightly, actually it's not going to lift that up very much. It's just going to move this part of the door like that. Okay, so I'm going to move that over. Bear with me, we're almost done. We're almost done because this is all the cabinets in the garage. Okay, so I'm going to take this screw and screw it in a little bit. I can look at that. This still looks pretty good. Anything I need to, okay, I need to tighten it just a hair more. When I say tighten it, that takes this hinge and it takes it and cocks it out like that. So it moves this bottom of the door over this way. And I think I'm going to call that good. Have you look at that one last time? That didn't take very long. It took me longer to explain myself than to actually do it. See that gap? It's a lot closer now, right? And the bottom of this door is lined up with the bottom of that door. All with these types of concealed hinges. Okay, there's lots of things you can do with these types of concealed hinges, and not all concealed hinges are the same. Most of them have the same adjustments that I'm talking about, but there is one that is a quick release. And usually there's a little button on the back side of here, and you can push it, and that pops this out. Pops it right off of here, and this whole thing comes off of this mounting area, and I can go click, click down here, and I can pull this door right off. Nice and easy for like if you're doing plumbing work underneath your kitchen sink, let's say. You say, oh, that's all right, I'll just leave the doors propped open like this. I got enough room. I've got enough room, no problem. And then you swivel back and you hit the edge of the door here, and these are just particle board on the inside. It rips this little part of the hinge out of the pocket, or it rips over here, and now your hinge screws are loose, and you try to tighten them up, and they're only going into particle board, and you can't get it now, and the thing's all messed up, and you're like, I'm hearing something in the back of my head of what Joe told me to do is to remove these. Well, on these particular ones, you can't do that. This adjustment one that goes in and out, okay? You have to loosen that far enough on both of these, and then you can grab the door and you pull it off. This was the old style concealed hinges. Okay, this was 17 years ago. Today, most of them have a quick release. On the back side, you just push the little button. It's kind of slick. But if you have this type, you have to loosen that up, then you can pull it off. Then when you put it back on, of course, you're going to have to make the adjustment down here to see where it goes, and up there at the top and see where that goes, and tighten the screws down. Okay? And there are other ones now that's self-closed, self-closing hinges, where you let go of it right here, and then it slowly goes automatically down, and they also have them for drawers too. I don't know if they have some to where you can take off existing concealed hinges, and if the new self-closing concealed hinges are the same lineup as some of these, but you could try it out and check it. You could take one of those off, take it to the hardware store, take it to a cabinet shop, and ask them, and they'll be able to tell you, they'll be able to sell them to you from a cabinet shop if you cannot find them at a hardware store. Mommy, all the cabinets inside the kitchen, she was like, yeah, I want to redo the kitchen. I'm like, redo the kitchen? What are you talking about? That's going to cost thousands upon thousands of dollars. We just moved into this place, granite countertops, granite or travertine floor. The cabinet's still look in really good shape. And she's like, well, they don't have the doors don't silently go like that. And the drawers, as you push the drawer and let go of it about 2 inches away from closing it, you can let go and they close. And I'm like, well, maybe I can get some different hardware for them. So that's something I may have to look into, because if I can satisfy her, guess what? I'll save thousands upon thousands of dollars. I'll help her save her money from spending it just because she wants self-closing hinges on the cabinets. I don't know about that. Okay, so different things which you can do on these pre-finished cabinets. These are pre-finished cabinets. You can get them at regular hardware stores, and you can get different sizes. I've even seen people get them and measure a kitchen for it. And if the measurement isn't exact, then usually in the corners, they might have something where there's a piece of trim that comes out, 3 inches, and you can rip that down. Maybe you need 2-inch gap right there to be filled in. You can put that, set that up next to the wall, let's say an inside corner, something like that. And you'd be surprised at different layouts, especially for your kitchen sinks, and they have different small cabinets, lower cabinets, maybe a foot wide, 18 inches, and then they have 32, 36, 30, 48, 42, different lengths, different short ones. Like if you've got a refrigerator and you want just regular ones like this, and then you want the drop up for a refrigerator, then you put some little cabinets like that. You can save a ton of money. Yeah, you've got to put the cabinets together. You buy them in a cardboard box, you have to read the directions, put them all together. They're not as strong overall as having somebody pre-build the cabinets, but they're so much cheaper because they're all pre-finished. You can put them together yourself, and you can install them yourself, or you can get a friend of yours to help you install the cabinets. Think about stuff like this and make sure if your cabinets aren't adjusted properly, know that now you can do it yourself. Now that we've got the door silencers on here, we got these cabinets all clean and wiped down. Even though they're in the garage, I've got them all adjusted now. I got the door silencers on there. I've got all the doors adjusted with the proper gaps in here. I've got them so none of the doors are making any noise or anything. What am I going to show you next time? Well, look at this. Maybe I'm going to show you how to fix a cabinet like this. This is one of those pre-finished doors, cabinets, particle board. See what I'm saying? This is like a melamine finish with particle board insert. And look at this. Somebody whacked it. I can tell. Somebody hit this, took a hole out of it. Look at the edge of that. There's a big gap. There's a gap there. There's no gap there. The door's sagging. I already can see a few reasons why it's sagging. See, this hinge is all loose up there. This hinge might be loose. We may have to adjust that. And man, how am I going to fix that? Well, luckily for me, the previous owner had the piece in the cabinet. I'm going to save this, and somehow I gotta put it back on. See, there used to be old location right here for where the existing hinges were going, and they ended up deciding to put the hinges over there, and somehow this whacked out. See, they had that there, and somebody hit that cabinet from before, and that's why this ripped out. And these usually are adjustable to where you can take the door, flip-flop it, and they put it over there and put the little covers over here. Well, now I've got to fix that. And that I'll show you next time. I also have to adjust that. See how it's hitting up there? This is all loose. We'll check all that next time. So stick around, keep watching my videos. And hey, if you like my videos, subscribe to my channel. Well, that's all I got for this time, but I'll be back with more videos.